back on. Yeah, I decided to come back on tonight. As I told y'all, but I want to talk about Big will remain in jail. Law has to stop Memphis DA. Yogotti trying to knock everyone off the board. Okay, so we're gonna get into talking about that. What's up, Tyranny? What's up, Tyranny? We're gonna start letting everybody come into the room. I told you all I was gonna come back on tonight. I was off last night. I decided to come back on tonight to talk about this. Hey, actual treasure. Guys, I was gonna have some trouble with coming on. I don't know. I'm feeling a certain way. I do know how the game on here, and I think it's really sad. The more that I start to learn about this, you know what to do, okay? Because I guess to most people, I guess in this situation, how people try to monopolize being on here, and hey, it's I think it's sad, what happens and how the game is played. The only thing I know to do is, because hey, I have other things going on, okay? And I'm gonna tell you the thing that gets me is when I hear people say, well, it's other things to talk about. How come you can't talk about that? Worry about your own motherfucking channel. Don't worry about my channel. Because when you start trying to tell me what I should and shouldn't talk about, now you stepping out of line. Okay. That's damn mental illness. Right. You start telling me, can't I talk about this, I can't talk about that. Worry about your channel. Because when you start worrying about what other people have going on, I mean, so it's breaking up. I'm starting to realize, I think it's a group of people that's working to try and mess my channel up. I've been noticing some things. I haven't said anything, but I've been noticing quite a bit of stuff. And it ain't gonna stop a motherfucking thing. I'm gonna keep going. And I have decided what I'm to do is I gotta hire a networking person to see who it is messing with my channel, and I don't care who they are. I promise to God, on my dad's grave, I'm gonna try to prosecute they motherfucking asses to the limit. Okay, and the sad thing about it is, I'm noticing, like somebody was saying to me today, it seems like it's always the men that are trying to come up against you. Some of them got so many dicks in their mouth that it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? They'll come into my channel and they'll say one thing, then you'll see on another channel and they trying to talk against me, a bunch of bitches. It's one thing to have your own opinion, but when you have to go to another channel try against me, it's something wrong with that. Because anybody can come in here, well, I don't agree with that. But anytime you feel the need, okay, anytime you feel the need, okay, to start going to another channel and start talking about me, then it's something wrong with you. and it's mostly always the men. Okay, it's mostly always the men. But well, we don't have time for that. If I see about you, if I get a screenshot of you or thing talking bad about me on another channel, because see, I feel like anybody with a healthy mind should be able to have their opinion, okay, and move on. You ain't even got to talk about no other vlogger. I don't agree with that. Okay. When you start talking about me and people start sending me screenshots of it, when you come up in here, you're getting blocked. Okay. When you come up in here, you get blocked. Y'all, do you all have issues with hearing me? Because what they've done is they've done something, they mess with my channel. Messing with my channel. I'm still breaking up. And whoever's doing this, I promise to God. And like I said, it's probably a group of them. Okay? It's probably a group of them because you really never know who is in competition with you. Okay? It's probably a group of them. All right? But when I find out it is, hear my right hand to the Lord. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna try to send their asses. I'm gonna put them through so much hell. I'm gonna put all types of charges on them because what they're doing is federal. Okay, you cannot be. It's a darn shame that these men constantly feel like they need to come at a woman. I think it's a damn shame. That's one of the. It's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I won't say it at this point. Okay, it's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to save it until after I am 100% sure that it's the people that I've been told that it is. Okay, I'm going to save it. Anyways, I want to talk about Big 30 will remain in jail. They passed the law to stop Memphis DA Steve Mulroy, and Yogotti is trying to knock everybody off of the board. One of the reasons I'm pissed off is because whoever it is, they've been trying to, don't y'all know I was having trouble with going live? They've been trying to block me from going live. Okay? They've been trying to block me from going live. Okay? So when I was trying to come on, I was trying to load up my thumbnail and all of that. I was trying to load up my thumbnail. Don't y'all thumbnail? I was trying like it was saying I couldn't go live. Okay. But like I said, when I figure out if it's the people that I've been told that it is, I wouldn't give a fuck who it is. I promise to God. All of them. I promise to God. I want to prosecute it to the extent. I keep reiterating, I don't care who it is. Okay. Anyways, you guys. So, y'all, they passed the law today. Okay, Senator Brent Taylor. Now, y'all know that they've been getting at Steve Mulroy. People have been really mad at Steve Mulroy, you guys, since the Young Dolph case. Okay. And I think there's been a lot of pressure, whether they are or not, on Steve to get some justice in totality for Young Dolph. Okay. Now, I have to think about all of these little group of people. I say all the time, they may not have even necessarily been involved with what happened to Young Dolph. Okay. They delete stuff on my computer. I'm trying to think my location. Well, I mean, it's not hard for them to figure out where I am, but if they come to me, they're gonna die. If they come to my address, they are going to die. Okay? I have not invited any of these motherfuckers to my home. I gotta feel like if you come and knock at my door, that you want to do something too. Okay? And I ain't got no issues with it because it's law enforcement that live next over across the way. We done already ran off with somebody. We done already ran off a group of folks come over here. But if you come over here, you are going to leave a meat bag. Okay, I think it's a darn shame. And here's the thing about it: like when people start getting close to, um, when people start getting close to, you know, I guess they feel like now the whole time I've been on here, nobody has been able to control me. Okay, nobody has been able to control me, right? But I think it's a group of people that get paid by some of these record labels, and you have to be very meticulous. Okay, you have to be very careful about people. You never know what they will do for fame, how they starving. Okay, I think folks are just too easily. They'll take money for anything these days. People have watched my personality. They watch my personality. They see the type of person I am. I can't be bothered for. I speak my mind. I'm gonna speak it like it is. But one of the issues that I've had is these damn men trying to attack me. It's a damn shame that I have to get on here and I have to be as vicious as I can be. I don't want to constantly be on here. And these motherfuckers that sit on here, she always talking about she's gonna send somebody to jail. She can't send nobody to jail. They the main ones that's been around me when they seen folks go to jail. I don't be wanting to constantly get on here and threaten these men. I have better things that I have to do. But it's a damn shame when you have a group of men that have been so used to trying to dog women out that I have to go here and say, bitch, go dog your man and dog her out. Okay? Because if you fuck with me, I'm going to send your ass to jail. I'm going to put some charges on you and I'm going to keep my foot on their damn neck until they get you. Onan is a prime example. I didn't want to listen. I kept giving Onan passes and kept giving passes because the brother come from the sewer. And the majority of these motherfuckers of him come from up out the sewer. Okay? They come from up out of the sewer. And so they're willing to do anything. Okay? And they look at, well, she competition. Bitch, I ain't your motherfucking competition. You can't compete with me. Okay? And so they be willing to try and do anything. I basically beg on the leave me alone, just like I had to beg another Memphis vlogger. And somebody was in my chat one day and said, why you been begging me to leave you alone for 2 years? Why don't you put some paperwork on it? It's a damn shame. And then the first they said, well, she's a black woman. She trying to take these black men. People have short memory and they are so used. They so messed up. And a lot of these women, too, they so used to being down and traumatized. Okay? That they think that they love to see people in trauma. I ain't grow up in no traumatic homes and shit. And I'm not going to let these little motherfuckers that ain't got shit put me through now just because I'm trying to go live on my shit. Okay? So it ain't nothing for me. I work with a goddamn team. So when I say, bitch, don't make me have nobody look to you and you better make sure everything is copacetic. Okay? Because it ain't not for me to have one of the white investigators, one of them white boys that got access to anything to look into you to see what you got going on. And if you start looking into these folks, they already doing illegal shit. Okay? Because when I can't get to the FBI, they sure can. I have better things to do. Why should I have to do that to have these bums to leave me alone? I'm not going to have no man going on other channels like a sissy and then talking about it, throwing shots up at me and bringing their ass up in that damn chat. You a hoe. Stay up out of my shit. You know, most men have issues when they weak with women if they feel like they got strong personalities. You need to take your ass somewhere and get some help and step out of my chat. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay. Y'all hear me now? I mean, what they're doing is they messing with they messing with everything again. Okay. So you guys, we're gonna get into talking about. We're gonna talk about. I can't be on here all like it pisses me off so bad because I've gotten it. I, and I'm really in my feelings because the people reached out today, y'all. It sent me an email today, and it really hurt my feelings with the names of a couple of the people that they told me that was in this with messing with my channel. It's really got my feelings. I what they're doing is they somehow they're hacking. The guy had told me, and I was like, dog, I sure don't want to pay that kind of money. They was like, well, you've done work for us when we've had the contract out work in the past. I'll give you a discount, but that's kind of what they do. It seems like I'm gonna have to do it, y'all, because I can't have nobody that's in my chat that I'm friendly with that's fucking with my channel. That hurt me when they told me today who it was, a couple of the people who it was that was possibly messing with my channel. It did, because I'm a different type of person. And I can't believe that these dudes would be doing this and then in my chat like everything cool. And I'm telling you, I'm prosecuting to the fullest extent. I gotta believe that if they doing this, then they want to go further and hurt me. Then I'm really gonna be in fear of my life. And I gotta take this to the it's gotta stop. Because at this point, it's a damn obsession. It ain't about no competition. This is an obsession. And obsessions turn into murder and shit all the time. Okay. So I'm really in fear of my life. Okay. Anyways, you guys, let's get on into what I'm talking about. Okay. So a law was passed today as it relates to Steve Mulroy, you guys. A law was passed, and the senator had passed the law. Okay. The senator passed the law. He said, put pressure on it. It won't go away by itself. Your channel is a danger to some people. Steve Mulroy, they're trying to get Steve Mulroy out of office, okay? And they passed a law today to be able to investigate a lot of the dismissals and all of that. A lot of the cases that Steve Mulroy had dismissed, a lot of cases that have not been prosecuted. A lot of those cases where they was allowed to just plead out for lesser charges. There was a law passed today to be able to investigate that. And according to the state senate, Tennessee state senator, he says that Steve Mulroy, I'm getting ready to read to y'all exactly what he said. He spoke about him being a Soros attorney. Okay. And he says that a lot of these criminals that have been getting off is getting ready to stop. Okay. He said it's getting ready to stop. Hold on one second. I want to read to y'all exactly what he said. He referenced Steve as being a Soros attorney trying to let all criminals go free in Memphis. Okay. And he says it's going to stop. Okay. He says it's going to stop. Let's see. Brent Taylor. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for it. He posted so much stuff. He said, I just got a law passed. He says, okay, it says, DA audit bill passes today. So there was an audit. Hey, Stanley, there was an audit, you guys. Audit bill passed. Okay. He said yesterday a bill I passed a bill allowing Tennessee Attorney General to audit DA, which is Steve Mulroy, cases stemming from the Memphis Safe Task Force. The audit would include charged dispositions, plea deals, convictions, sentences, dismissals, bail recommendation, potential misconduct, and most importantly, use of grant funds. Okay, because he was saying that what Steve Mulroy was doing was just dismissing a whole lot of cases on certain people and recommending low bonds for certain people. He said Steve Mulroy continues to be the weak link in the Memphis Safe Task Force, and we cannot allow this misguided Soros-backed restorative justice scheming policy to negatively affect our efforts to make Memphis matter by make Memphis matter by making Memphis safe. This bill will bring transparency and accountability to Steve Mulroy's office. He says, I want to thank Senator Cameron Sexton and Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally for their close collaboration on this bill. They have been working hard for Memphis long before I got in the Senate, and their partnership to make Memphis matter is essential. Our legislature leadership is determined to give Memphis safe streets and strong schools. We won't back down, and neither should you. We have a city to save. So y'all hear that he says that Steve is being, according to him, allegedly, Steve is being backed by Soros. Okay, and we know what Soros does. With Soros, his plan has always been, Soros is in with a lot of the record labels, a lot of the celebrities, a lot of those types of people. Okay, Soros is in with a lot of those types of people, allegedly. Okay, and they're saying that Steve is backed by Soros and a lot of allegedly the celebrities and things of that nature, and he has been going easy on certain people and working out deals, dismissals, and all of that. So now they have passed a bill to investigate Steve Mulroy. Okay, and a lot of those dismissals and things of that nature. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, it seems like to me they're on a roll. The Republicans are passing a lot of bills. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad, but we do know that there seems to have been, for a lot of the criminals in the Memphis area, there has been a lot of like a slap on the wrist. Okay, there's been a slap on the wrist, and it's really made Memphis just a real high crime city. Criminals are not afraid. Criminals are not afraid. It's clear as a bell. Criminals are not afraid to you guys just do whatever. Okay, y'all know, I think it's a shame, and I gotta say this. Okay, I think it's a shame, and this type of stuff is not shown on the news. But do y'all know how many people are getting slaps on the wrist for violating babies and children? Y'all, that type of stuff they can't necessarily put on the news. So and here's the thing. I think Steve is a nice guy. I do. I don't know if he's backed by Soros or not. I just know something has to change. Like, if criminals are consistently getting slaps on the wrist, then if they're consistently getting slaps on the wrist, y'all, and the feds are in stuff heavily. Okay, yeah. He says the feds on they corrupt. Yeah. So hey, that's going to be interesting. Not only that, but they are preparing to take over the Memphis and the Shelby County school system. There was a bill passed. Let me read that, y'all. They done been showing out so bad at the Shelby County schools. And that's why it is essential to start electing new people. And let me just say this, because it is election season. I've had Damon Curry Morris on. He's at District 9. Make sure you all vote for him. Make sure you all vote for LaShonta Rudd. Make sure you all vote for Heidi Kuhn. Okay. Now, it is important to, if as it relates to the school board, anybody that you all see them like the current school board members supporting, if you see the current school board members supporting somebody, don't vote for them. Okay. Anybody you all see the current members that are on the current school board right now, if they have endorsed them, if they are promoting them, do not vote for them, because what they're trying to do is get like minds on so that they continue the bullshit that they are doing now. It is time to get new leadership in that is going against all of that effery. Yeah, I like Janika White. I'm gonna tell you something. I like Janika White. Janika White is on the city council right now. I like Janika, and I'm gonna tell you something about Janika. Janika is very big on supporting Black businesses. Okay, she's very big on supporting Black businesses. I am a process server. I remember I saw Janika, and I I remember, I know she's a city council member. She came over to a event over at the Union Hall, and I told her, I was like, and she remembered. She was like, "Well, write your name down on a piece of paper." And I wrote my name down. It's like, because a lot of times people would call me after hours to, I'll go serve some stuff when I'm off of work, right? I don't do it often though. And she remembered me, and and her secretary comes like, Attorney White said she had met you about a month ago, and she wrote your name down. She just wrote it down on a piece of paper. It's like, we have some. Yes, I like Janika White. She is. I like Janika White. I do. She's very good about supporting African American businesses and things of that nature. So, of course, she's. I like Janika a lot. Okay. Absolutely, Rochelle. Now, and you already know, you it's everybody on the board has endorsed him. Everybody on the school board has endorsed him. Okay. Everybody on the school board that's currently on the school board right now has endorsed him. So that kind of tells you everything that you need to know, right? And so so make sure you all, like I said, Damon Morris, vote for him. LaShonta Rudd, vote for her. Okay. Anthony Buckner, vote for him. Okay. Heidi Klum. Now, with that mayor's race, I mean, it's quite a few of them that I feel like would be good, but I'm seeing Heidi in government. Okay, I've seen what she has done. Okay, so that's why she is my first choice at this point. Okay, that's why she is my first choice at this point. Okay, he's probably not in your district, Tyranny. He's in District 9. He's in District 9, Damon is. So y'all make sure y'all that school board got to be busted up. Okay. Don't anybody that's on school right now, don't vote for them. Okay. If they're running and they're on the school board, do not vote for them. Okay. But yeah, they have laws have been passed, you guys, to try. I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to get Steve Mulroy off. I think they're going to try to oust him. I was listening to somebody today say that they think that they're trying to oust Steve. Here's the thing about it. I don't know if Steve is bad. Some people saying that Steve is being set up. I don't know. Some people saying that they set him up. I don't know. What I do know is in order to stop crime, there has to be some repercussions. There has to be some repercussions, okay? Miss Carla definitely needs to be investigated. Miss Carla needs to be investigated, if nothing else, for being a damn attorney and not knowing the damn law. Okay? Being an attorney and not knowing the law, okay? Also, you guys, I want to talk about, y'all know I want to talk about Yogotti, okay? I'm not gonna be on here before you long, because I know I got a little stomach virus. I'm starting to feel a little better. But I said I was gonna get back on because I had to jump off today because my stomach started bubbling. Y'all know I had to go to the doctor online, child. And so my doctor took me off another day, okay, to run this virus out. Thank you, Stanley. Stanley, I'm thinking about running for a position in the city election. So I really hope, but it's district based, okay? So I really hope that you all will really support me, okay? So I also want to talk about Yogotti. Yogotti is trying to knock everybody off of the board, okay? She said, look, right. Well, right now the county commissioners are running right now. I didn't get in that race, but in the city election coming up, the city council, there's a city council seat that's going to be open. There is a city council seat that's going to be open. And just it was definitely a conflict of interest. Okay. So Yogotti is trying to knock everybody off of the board, guys. Now I know everybody has a difference of opinion as Yogotti. And listen, I'm not mad about that. You know, everybody can have a different opinion. I don't go and talk about it on no other channels because they have a difference of opinion. Okay. Like most people want to try to talk about me. Okay, because my stance has been very strong on Gotti. I have said from the very beginning, okay, and that's because he said, please. They said, listen, Cypress, they said she been out there cutting up so bad. They said she been out there harassing people and cutting up so bad. I don't know, that's just what I heard. Lord mercy, Jesus. And y'all know my stance has been strong about this. And I know people say, well, folks just love to hate your body. No, my issue is I have, you know, all of the stuff that's going on within our city. Memphis is an impoverished city. The crime is high. You know, poverty likes crime. And yet you have Yogotti that birthed a record company, okay, in the city of Memphis, okay? Within the city of Memphis, okay? They say every time I start talking about Yogotti, they start messing my stuff. And so what he did was he caused a lot of mayhem, okay, within this city, you guys. He caused a lot of mayhem. And I think that it's a darn shame that he did that, okay? It started with Young Dolph, and never should have happened. I think everybody knows that. Then we had, so now my picture gone. So they really sent they hackers in, they done stitch down and everything. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me see something, y'all. Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. And this is gonna be my last day using StreamYard. This will be my last day using StreamYard. Also, okay, because it's too easy for them to hack. It's too easy for them to hack the StreamYard. Yep, my picture has left. I'm looking at it now. My picture is left off the screen. Okay. My picture is going off of the screen. Am I still chopping up, guys? Am I still chopping up? Hold on, y'all. Whoever it is working hard, but you know what? To try and stop me, I think it's sad. Like I said, the names that I was given today, it hurt me really bad. It really did hurt my feelings. Okay, so it's gone. It's gone. it really hurt my feelings, the names of a few of the people that I was given today that involved in messing with my lives. It is, and me as a person, y'all, I'm different. Like I believe in if I like you, I just believe I was just raised differently. I was. I was raised differently. And can't nobody turn me against nobody that I like. Can't nobody, I don't, I just, it's just things that I won't do. My mind just don't go certain places because, um, because I have other things going on. And I think, well, for everybody. So I ain't in competition with nobody. I ain't trying to stop hurt nobody. But I do know that I am a favored person. And I've seen how God have put people on their backs for messing with me. I know a lot of people don't even believe in God. They feel like it's funny. Well, child of God too, why they doing dirty. But I've seen how it goes. Okay. I've seen how it goes, and I think that it's messed up, right? And it ain't gonna stop me from talking about Yogotti, okay? Because Yogotti is going to jail at some point, okay? He is consistently showing his hand. If they don't want to hear me say that, they got another thing coming. Them motherfuckers gonna go to jail, okay? If they, as soon as they can, they as soon as they can get enough to get him, he gonna go. Because one thing they know is that he is involved. They've been knowing that he was involved with Young Love stuff. Since they don't want me to talk about it, let me go ahead and talk about it. I was just gonna brush on it and move on to Big 30, but let me just go ahead and put it out there in the atmosphere. Am I still chopping up, y'all? Let me know if I'm chopping because I want y'all to hear me real good when I talk about it. believe that it's a record label or anything. I know exactly what they're doing. If they can knock me off my lot, can you all hear me now? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Yeah, hold on one second. I don't think it's Yogotti. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Yeah, but I don't think it's Yogotti. I really don't. I believe it's the people that I was told who it was, a group of people of who it could be, who it was. I really believe that it's that. Okay, I don't think it has anything to do with your body. I really don't. Okay. Am I still a little choppy? Y'all let me know if I'm still a little choppy. Okay. Okay, so I am. I'm still a little choppy. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go out and then I'm going to hold on one second. Hold on, you all. Y'all let me know if you all can hear me. Is it still choppy? I appreciate you all for staying on and, wanting to hear what I got to say. I really appreciate that. If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I mean, if they want me to be on here all night, we're gonna be on this motherfucker all night. Oh, okay, so the hackers are coming in. Y'all make sure y'all see this person right here. Y'all block that person about this chat. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all block that person that just said that. And to the Marcy Thomas that said it, fuck you, bitch. And stay out my chat. Okay. Now, y'all, am I still sounding like a transformer? Okay. Y'all, and listen, you guys, they're saying that Big 30 is going to stay in jail. Okay. They said we still gonna get back to talking about Gotti. But then Big 30, because we're gonna say Gotti for the end. Okay. They're saying that Big 30, okay, will remain in jail because he's a flight risk. Hold on. It says Memphis rapper Big 30, Lontrell Williams Jr. will remain in jail after a federal judge revoked his bond, deeming him a flight due to a pending seven-figure record deal. He is facing charges related to a kidnapping and robbery case and is currently detained while the court considers a final motion to revoke his bonds. Okay, so they said Big 30 was getting ready to get a seven-figure record deal. Does anybody know who was getting ready to give Big 30 that seven-figure record deal? Does anybody know who was getting ready to give Big 30 that seven-figure record deal? Hold on, I want to see if it's still lagging. I want to see if it's still lagging, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Um, Cypher says Connect Music Group. Steve says Art Horn knows. Justice says probably Gotti. If they sent Art Horn, I think it was for both Pooh and him. Yeah, because I did hear Orange Man Quest say um, that there was supposed to Pooh had gotten a deal. Do you all see me? I'm looking at it and I'm still on. Yeah, I think I know the group of people that it is that's doing it. I think I know the group of people that it is that's doing it, and it's a lot of people that I'm gonna keep out of my chat. Because for them to be involved in this stuff is really sad. It is, and like I said, I got to Okay, can y'all hear me? Then let me know if y'all can hear me. Y'all let me know if you all can hear me. Okay. Okay, y'all, I'm back. If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so you all can hear me. Okay, good. So y'all, we are back. Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right, you guys. Okay. I know it. Okay. So they're saying that Big 30 is going to remain in jail, but let me just say this. I know people have issues when I talk about Yogotti and all of that. And the thing of the matter is, Yogotti did cause a lot of issues. Okay, within the city. Okay, within the city of Memphis, and he was able to do that because he went to a lot of people, like I was talking about earlier, who wanted a microwave type fixing. Okay, they didn't necessarily want to do the work or work hard. They was able to be lured to their own demise, right? So we see that, straight droppers in jail. We see that Cornelius is in jail. We see all these people in jail, and we see even the situation that happened with Yogotti. I mean, with Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty and all of them, right? Your guy is at the center of this, you guys. He is. He's at the center of this. Check my messenger. Okay, he is at the center of all of this stuff. And the thing of the matter is, his day is gonna come. Okay, his day is going to come. Hold on, my people saying check my messages, and he knows his day is gonna come. I think people have been more concerned with. Okay. Somebody told me to check my messages. Hold on, you all. Y'all hear me? Okay. So, and all of this start now. I know a lot of people, get around and they get to talking about, well, where the indictment at? Where the indictment at? I think that's a way, and yeah, definitely. And here's the thing. Let me just say this about youngsters. Y'all know that I don't necessarily say a whole lot about Black youngster. And I will say something about him sometimes, but I don't necessarily say a whole lot about him. Okay, and that's because I feel like, I mean, it's quite a bit of information that I know as it relates to that, but I'm not gonna get on here and necessarily talk about it because I feel like certain things that people talk about to me personally, they don't say it for me to necessarily get on here and talk about it. So I don't get on here and talk about it. Okay. I don't get on here on fire. Now, Cypress, I do believe that Black Youngster is trying to stay out of sight. Okay, I think he's trying to stay out of sight. Black Youngster is still supposed to rap artist now. They say he put out a rap song probably about 2 weeks ago. Somebody said he uploaded a rap song to his thing, his YouTube about 2 weeks ago. And I think somebody said it to me the other day, it only had like 5,000 views on it. It only had about 5,000 views on it the other day. So, I mean, Black Youngster said himself, he said that I know at this point that I'm being blackballed. Black Youngster said that he believed that he was being blackballed, okay? You have to understand the energy of Black Youngster's family when they love him. Their loyalty is to him. All of his family members love him, and their loyalty is to him. Okay, contrary to what they feel like he's done, they don't agree with it, but loyalty is to him. And so based on Black Youngster's mindset, okay, based on his mindset, the way that his mind is now, okay, the way that his mind is at this point, I think his family has a right to be angry. Okay, I think his family has a right to be angry. But that they got a right to be angry at him too, because now y'all got to understand that Black Youngster is a grown man, and he made a conscious decision to make Yogotti his God. Okay, and I think that it's so unfortunate, that it took whatever it is that's going on with him now, okay, for him to see what it is. And I know I just chopped all of that up, but that's the most I can say about it. Okay. Emerald says, Cypress, you're damn right. One of these young YNs won't play that, or our detective Keith blackball himself. That he absolutely did. He wanted to be loyal to you. Got it. That's true, Arms Capital. He wanted to be loyal to Yogotti. And he's still, everybody around Black Youngster. I ain't talking about these folks that claim that they, that don't even know him. But everybody that's closest to Black Youngster says that Black Youngster realizes at this point that he was used. Not somebody, but I'm here to the street. You don't know him. I'm talking about people that's got his blood running in veins and know him, that can talk to him and that can touch him. Not them, those people. Okay, I believe what they say. Okay, I believe what they say before I believe something like, I'm in the street, blah blah blah. I believe that know him say, that really know him for real, not know hearsay. The people that can touch him, that can talk to him, that knows him, that have a relationship with, I believe them. Okay. So, and so, who got the most money at this point, y'all? Yogotti. Yogotti has been the one. Let me just say this. Rest in peace. This is what I was going to say. Rest in peace to Juke. Okay. I hate that happened to Juke. God knows my heart goes out. I never wanted that to happen to him. Okay. But the only reason, it's not been as easy to get Yogotti is because one, he put his brother up to do all of his dirt for him. That's why. Okay. But I mean, they still know that he was involved because he was the one with the money. Okay, if he was that far removed from what happened, his name or his business never would have been coming up in what happened. Okay, so it was not as clean, pristine as they would have wanted it to be. Okay, he said Cypress they ain't even allowed in their own neighborhood, so I don't need him in my. It's for them. And y'all, here's the thing: Cypress know he be showing out. Cypress already know what it is. Cypress already know this boy is going to go down. Cypress already know that boy and all of his make sure I'm saying that word right. Okay. I want to say it where the police said. I think he said cohorts. Let me see. Cohorts. That's what they said. Okay. I have to say it the way that the police had said it. For those who be claiming I don't know about it, you got all of his cohorts are going down. Okay. See, when I told y'all that I was told, okay, at some point, you know that. When I told y'all that I was told, I've been throwing out hints that when I was killed, okay, when young Dolph had lost his life, that they had identified persons that had wanted young Dolph dead, and they identified why they wanted him dead, and then there was some they identified that wanted dead and participated in this, in the planning of this, but they had not identified why they wanted him gone. Now, this was after they got Cornelius and straight. But you know, I'm through with that. I'm done with that because people be want me to talk about that so that I can put them up on game. They're not gonna get me indicted. They're not gonna get me. I just want to talk about it no more. Okay, I can't work for the federal government and then turn around and they be looking at walking up in my office looking at me crazy. Okay, they pays me good, so I be wanting to keep my good job. But I think what people want me to do, and they say, well, you know, they're not doing diamonds. A lot of these folks have been in and out of jail. They know how it works. Okay, that is just to get the people. That's a way of trying to discredit me. Okay, have I been wrong yet? Okay, I told y'all Juke was gonna be indicted, and then well, you know, Juke wasn't indicted. He died. He had not been indicted when the trial went on. What they say? They were saying, "What Juke indicted at?" What they say? He passed away before we could indict him. Okay, and rest in peace to him. I didn't wish that. I don't wish that on that brother. I hate that happened to him. I do. I wish that they had indicted him when they said they was going to indict him, because then he would still be alive. Instead, I can understand in a way why they didn't do it, because Juke came with a package deal. They wanted that whole package deal, and they felt like leaving him out would help them to get that whole package deal. Okay. He said, yeah, Mario Leonard, Juke quit, and the Memphis crew. Justice for Doubt said Evelyn Johnson is passed away by now, but he sure was part of the hit on Doubt. Evelyn Johnson passed away. Lord have mercy. But I never knew who Evelyn was. Um, Mr. E did say ugly versus players. Yeah, I trust the FBI. I do. I trust the FBI. Um, I don't, well, should I say this? I have to think about it. Should I say this? I was going to say something about Black Youngster, but I'm not going to say it. I don't think I should say it. He said Stefan was a key piece of the puzzle starting way back at the record deal negotiations. Yeah, I really believe that they had hoped for them to take. I don't believe that Yogotti them told them to take him out, but I believe that they pushed the energy in hopes that they would do it without him saying it. And it didn't happen. And I bet he was getting there and cussing and acting a fool. He realized that Gucci was still alive, that they didn't kill him. Okay. He said Evelyn Girl brought him to Dolph's family. Even right before that, Dolph was pissed off and kicked him out. Dolph was pissed off and kicked him out. Evelyn went crying to quit how Dolph disrespected him. Wait a minute, let me read that again. Evelyn Girl brought him to our family, even right before that. Dolph was pissed off and kicked him out. I'm trying to, okay. Evelyn was crying to quit how Dolph disrespected him. Why did Dolph kick him out? Y'all hit the like button for make sure you guys hit the like button. Y'all also support the channel. Y'all send me some cash apps and some y'all send me some cash apps and some super thanks. All the shit I've been through to be on here with y'all tonight. Y'all send me some cash apps and some super thanks. I need more money on my cash app. I'm trying to figure out what happened to that guy that used to send me all money. He used to send me like $100 like every other day. What's that? But he was sending me $300 at a time. I need them type of men to start. I need some money. Send me some money. Justice Fidel says, and this chick brought him to court and family event. Dog snapped because Dog told his girl to keep that quit and his cruise shit away from his family. Oh, that's the guy. Okay, that they're saying Mia J was friends with. Oh, well, I don't know about friends on the picture with. So the guy that lost his life, that was Evelyn. That young lady's. Okay, I think. Okay, I it's kind of coming together now. Oh, how did Evelyn die? How did he die? Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. Yeah, I know it'd be taking me a minute to stuff to register. My mind be everywhere. And I died in a suspicious car crash in Miami. Oh Lord. Yeah, listen. I got up my cat. Let me put up my cat. Cash App and super thanks. Let me put it up. Just put a battery in this damn thing. It must not be no good. It's already blinking. Y'all hit the like button for me. So I got proof Evelyn was in Miami with Teasy at the same hotel when they were planning Hit on Dog. Oh wow. Oh wow. Mm. I tell you, Dog had issue with Quet, but everyone in the streets knew Evelyn. Hot in Curtis Field. I went to school with Curtis. Are you talking about Curtis? What's Curtis's last name? I went to school with his wife too. Um, what's his wife? His wife's name is what's Curtis' wife's name? I went to school both of them. And I don't think they were dating in school either. She was on dress squad with me. What's Curtis' last name? Curtis was real quiet. He was smart. He was always smart. Givens, yeah. But he wasn't like one of them super smart dudes. I believe his wife's name was Tawana or Tijuana or something like that. I believe. I went to school both of them. Curtis wasn't in no trouble. Nothing like that. Tawana was she was a smart. Um, he says Gibbons. He just holding dope and money for hot and feel since 11. Oh Lord, that was around the time we was going to school. I believe me and Curtis went in junior high school together also. I think he went to junior high with me too. He was so I used to walk around with his suitcase, his briefcase. Curtis did. Curtis, Lord Jesus. And Roger's name, I have trusted her and was warning Mia. Yeah, Curtis' last name is Gibbons. For a long time, when they was throwing those all white parties, when they was talking about Curtis, for a long, I couldn't look like I didn't know it was the Curtis that I had gone to school. So then when I was like, that Curtis Evans that I went to school, because I've never, just remembering him from high school, I would never have believed that he would even get into a field. He didn't even have that type of personality. Hmm. Yeah, I would really hate to believe that her Curtis to have something to do with um but I don't know, because I was looking at um a friend of mine that okay was saying, I don't know how deep it goes, because I get to thinking about somebody was saying to me that Curtis had a party and flew in Alpo. you know I don't know how Alpo got down with killing everybody. So I don't know. I mean, that's just what somebody had told me. I don't even know if that's true. I don't know. You know, Justice Vidal says Curtis got nothing to do with the murder, not even on a video game. He just laundered hot. He just laundered hots. And who is Phil? Who is Phil? He just laundered hot and Phil's money. And when Younger held all their dope and money at his dad's house. Oh, they said today is Teezy's birthday. Yeah, I know it's fun. It's weird. It's not funny. It's weird to me. I remember when Teezy was unalived. I had people that I had never ever seen in my chat, never ever emailed me. Okay. Never seen in my chat, never emailed me. And I was sending me messages trying to get me to come on to my show and say that Young Dolph artists did it. And they had to know better than that, because I don't think that happened. But what I did find is, what I did notice, and it could have been nothing. What I did notice was that when TZ had lost his life, uh, Shook had posted that he was in Nashville with his children, and Yogotti started posting that him and Angela out on a boat in another country. Interesting. It seemed to me anytime somebody lost their life, they made sure they was out of town. Okay. What they solved teases unalive, I do believe that teases unalive get solved. I'm gonna tell you unalive that I believe 100% that they're going to solve because I was told I thought that they was getting ready to indict somebody, which leads me to believe that they know who it is. They probably just the DA may want more, or they may want to another entity maybe wanted to make it a package deal or something. And that's Jeremiah Taylor. I'm willing, I'd be willing to bet some money on that one. Jeremiah Taylor's unaliving. They know what happened with him. King Deshaun, well, who did it? Let me know, King Deshaun. I want to know. Put it in the chat. He said it's already solved. Who did it, King Deshaun? Well, who do you think? What do you think happened to him, King Deshaun? Justice Adele says teaser case is probably solved. They watching them see how many more bodies they will tattletale about over the phones. Oh Lord, Cypress, how you know that Gotti is totally innocent? Oh my God. King Deshaun, what do you think happens to Teasy? And everybody's opinion is welcome. Don't think that everybody's opinion is welcome. Okay. Well, will you send it to me a message? I won't say nothing. I promise I won't. I never. When people tell me not to say anything, I never say anything. I promise to God I don't. I never say nothing. And people told me so much stuff. I'll never say anything about it. Justice Vidal says Gohan came back with his discovery pack and put the battery in Devin Burns' bag. Devin had some crash outs getting case solved. Wow. Well, I can't say you lying because I've heard, I think Devin Burns is gonna have some issues after a while. I think he's gonna have to I think they want Devin. I think they want him. I hate these young men did this to themselves. I really do. I hate they did it to themselves. Yeah. Yeah, what y'all think going on with JoJo Splat? Why y'all think that JoJo Splat was not the leader of that chop shop that they say Black Youngster owned, okay? Black Youngster going okay, all right. So, but he was not um no I think it was a lot of people working with them dudes, but it had to have been somebody that's connected to um be able to work with some of these car lots and all of that, because that's exactly what was going on. These car lots was involved in all this stuff too. You know, I think they're starting to kind of get a hold of a lot of this ring that was going on. But these cars, some of these people, these car lot owners were involved, and I'm gonna tell you why they were involved. On a car lot, if they don't sell a car in a year, they have to start paying a daily fee for their car sitting on the lot. That's why when you go to a car lot and you have these car dealers, they'll try to get you the car that you don't want. They say, "Well, I can't do that. I can't get it, but I can get you this car," especially if you're credit bad, because they be trying to get those cars that have been sitting there for the longest off of the lot. And I think what's going on, people ain't got money to buy cars no more. So somebody that was connected, probably somebody in the industry, in a music industry or something, that could call and talk to these, they could a lot of these car dealerships, these car dealers and stuff. I've seen it before. I don't think police knew. Police had ever seen it before. That people like JoJo letting them able to walk on sophisticated car lots and step in cars and steal, okay, and take them to Nashville and okay. I wonder how the feds never got that job yet. They changed some bend numbers in Nashville. I don't know. But they were even quote unquote jacking. Y'all know when they bring cars in, when they had those cars, we bring all those cars in on those, what do they call, trailers? Are they called like trailers or whatever? When they have all those cars on those trailers and stuff. JoJo Splattered them knew when they was coming in, they was pulling them over and jacking them. Now y'all know that was definitely a set that was planned, okay? They was pulling them over and checking them for them cars, some of them cars, okay? Anyways, just like they cracked down on those Asians that was paying folks to break into their beauty supply stores so that they can get the insurance money, and because they knew something going on. Ain't nobody gonna break up in no damn beauty supply store and steal no hair. That cheap ass hair up in there. Okay. But they was hitting a beauty supply store several times a week. And they all in cahoots. And as soon as they went on the news and said the feds were involved and they believed that it was an inside thing for insurance money and a damn beauty supply store being hitting on. Okay. None of one finances is stepped up all the way across the board. Pick your poison and choose wisely. I agree. I agree. It's definitely messed up all the way across the board. It is. It's messed up all the way across the board. But I'll be happy when Jeremiah get his justice. It was wrong for what they did to Jeremiah. Jeremiah killed that boy for nothing. Just like they did Young Dog, but they killed that boy for nothing. They set him up and they was waiting on him. Whoever it was. I'm not gonna say that. Emerald says, "Let me roll my joint. It's getting hot up in here." He says, "Wow, bingo car lots. Have you ever heard of Imports of Memphis and who owns it?" Those owns imports from Memphis. I think I've heard of imports of Memphis car lot, but I don't know who owned it. I think I've heard about it. I've heard of the car lot, I think. Let me see. Imports of Memphis. Imports of Memphis. I'm trying to see where it's located at, because I think I've heard it. It's on E. Uh, I haven't seen a car lot on EH Chrome. Let me look at the buildings. And my dad bought some buildings over there on EH Chrome. I think I've seen imports in Memphis on EH Chrome. And that's close to the buildings that my dad bought. It's got to, I wonder if I've seen that car lot. Who owns imports of Memphis? Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Imports of Memphis is on EH Crump. I'm looking at the address, and that would be right there. My dad business before he passed away, because he went into make them into a educational center for young men and women to get their GED and get training. He was gonna make them into training centers to get job training, get their GED. They didn't have it, and then go directly into a job trade. Um, the big building, a trade center, and I'm looking at the address is close to. But I just don't remember seeing it because I'd be riding by that building all the time. Every time I started being able to ride by them buildings again, it's like right after my dad died, I couldn't go up and down EH because I was like, wow, but my dad had so much, he was getting ready to do so much for the community. And just looking at those buildings and all the work he had started having to do on those buildings, it messed with me. It really did. It messed with me. But now I'm able to, I love, I look over at it. It's just the way he left it. Um, I think Smith imports the bin spots across the street. They had a lot for the trucks. They used to traffic dope and launder money at imports of Memphis. I'm gonna pull up. That address is too close to those buildings. I've heard of imports of Memphis. I don't remember going down front and seeing them. I'm trying to see what end it's on. Y'all. Is it imports of Memphis closer to the Castelia area? If you go all the way down Crump, it'll run into Castelia. Or does it change into Lamar? So help me out. Does Crump run into Castelia or does it change into Lamar? Help me out. I know it's put of Memphis folks up in here that I'll not be scared to say something to help me out. That's from the south side of Memphis. Because East Crump runs across Third Street. Okay, so you keep going once you run across Third Street all the way. Seems like it's going north and it's not going north and south. It's going east and west. So you keep going east. Hmm. He said if you listen to Quentin, he admits to having Moneybag meet him and Evelyn at the imports of Memphis to sign him. Who owns? So everyone owns imports in Memphis. So is building still up and going? Is still up and going, but imports because I've heard the imports. I don't know if it's still open. I don't remember seeing it. He said, I heard from Kimberly that used to come to the chat. Which one? I've asked several Kimberly's to come into the chat. Which one? We got Kimberly in the chat right now on 007. Um, Justice for Dot says, and the parking lot trucks and trailers take the traffic across the states. Are you talking about reflection? Kimberly, I haven't heard from her. Okay, they said she be in they've seen her in other chats. I haven't even seen her in other chats. Oh, you're talking about reflections of Kiki. Okay, no, I haven't heard from her. And Rose said she's seen her in other chats. I haven't seen her in other chats. I don't really be in a whole lot of other chats. Mm. They said I'm going in and out. Rose, sometimes I have to be in them chats. Oh Lord. I tell you. Um, I'll get off of here. Been on like 2 hours. My doctor took me off work tomorrow too. Cause y'all know I've been having a runny stomach, but I was it was kind of messed up earlier today, but I've been doing good tonight. And just quit sending him to play with Dolph kids after the tragedy on some evil stuff. Oh wow. I said, yeah, everybody that was involved in killing these people. It's something I know it'd be getting frustrated when you like, dog, why the police hadn't done this, why the police hadn't done that. My dog, young dog case really it was really a what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, there are a lot of moving parts as relates to that. And it, unfortunately, I don't know what these young men was thinking. But you have to watch these women because a lot of women themselves caught and stuff that is definitely not conducive to the hoods. But I think from that situation, I don't know what these young men was thinking, why they would do a lot of what they did. You know, stuff like Jeremiah Taylor and TZ, and I know TZ did his dirt in the streets. Well, we at least we thought he did. Like I said, that now he didn't. But like I said, I don't think he deserved to die. So, anyways, listen, I love you. I appreciate you tuning in tonight to the show. I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, if you want to support the channel, y'all hit up the cash app or the super thanks. I got a couple more. What time is it? Got a couple more things I gotta do before I lay down tonight. Listen, I love you all. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. I'll talk later.